Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the mop here on a Wednesday morning. Welcome to Hump Day. That is right. We're heading into another scorcher of a day. It is going to be a hot one. That is for sure. So stay hydrated, stay cool as you can. If you got to be outside, sorry, but the exhaustion is real. And boy, when you go in and out of air conditioning, you go in and out, it even gets worse, it seems. It just is how your body reacts to it. My mind does not do good in these situations. And by the way, when I share things online, sometimes people ask, well, is he doing okay? Is he doing this? And they get and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that. They message my wife, though. What's wrong with him? What's going on? I'm okay. I just share things that sometimes come to my mind a lot of times. Like yesterday's was when you get tired of life. It's not like I'm going to end my life or anything like that. Tired of life just is the up and downs, the whole fight every day that it seems to push you over the next hump. It seems like you're always pushing a boulder to get over the next hill. And then instead of going downhill, there seems to just be another step of the hill. It doesn't ever seem to be the cruise portion where you get the clarity and you get the relaxed portion of that. It always seems to be a battle, or there always seems to be something else that comes up. That's where I watch people that do the blessing things where they walk up. And I think there was a story yesterday about a lady that maybe she was at the Pizza Hut or something like that, and she just offered to help a family take care, I'll watch one of your kids while you're getting your food or whatever it may be. People are not accustomed to that anymore. People are not accustomed to people reaching out wanting to help. It seems sad. It seems sad where somebody walks up and says, hey, here's $20. I see you're down and out or you were short. And people don't know what to do about that. They don't know how to react. They think that you're being judgmental, that you're being, I don't know. And I understand it to a certain point if somebody walked up and said, hey, here's $100. I just hope you have a great day. What do you do? Do you take that? Then do you go bless somebody else? Do you pass part of it on? It's always interesting to me on what would happen. I think people have done that at McDonald's drive-thrus before. Well, I'll pay for the person's behind me. Well, that person probably has their money out already. Do they pocket it and say, oh, thank you, see you later? Or do they say, oh, just give this to the next guy? And then see how many vehicles it passes on to. Or does the worker just say, zoop, done. I'm going to take that. Where would you be? What person would you be? Would you be the one that hands it on? And I hope you're honest. I hope you look at it and go, shit, no, I'm pocketing that. That's awesome. Or if you're the worker on the other end, you go, well, okay, I'll take that as a tip then today. Or do you pass it on? And I think that's where everybody's heart, I think we all need to be there where we pass it on these days. We need to push forward, buckle down. But yeah, if I share things online, a lot of times I'm tired. My mind is shot. So I just like reading things. And if it helps somebody, I hope that's the case. I hope it helps them move forward. Or they realize that there's other people struggling too. I've become friends with old people that I used to go to school with on Facebook, and I see a lot of posts. And some folks are going through a lot of shit that I've never had to go through. There were times that I would have probably been okay if life would, and I'm okay now. If the good Lord calls me up, he calls me up. If my number is my number, it's my number. I know where I'm headed. I know what it's about. Not that I'm giving up a fight here. Not at all. I've got other things in mind of what I want to do. I've got other challenges that I want to overcome. But at some point, if you're honest with yourself and you're honest with who you are, life has gotten to where it is, it's exhausting. It's tiring. And you try to move forward the best you can, and you try to put your best step forward. And you do everything to your best of your ability. And it always seems that there's times that it comes to bite you in the ass. You know, it always is interesting to me when people do bad things, they hope for karma to come around. But when people do a lot of good things, you don't ever hear that word karma. It's more of a spirit kind of thing that follows you along. If you do a lot of good things, then you're elevated to it. Where if you do a lot of bad things, they go, God, karma's going to bite you. And that's just all there is to it. And you have to remember, I strongly believe in karma. I strongly believe that if you treat people shitty and you are rude and you are negative, karma will catch up at some point. I strongly believe, and whether it's your belief that it's natural consequences, whatever it may be, karma. I'm a strong believer in karma, that it will come back and it will smack you upside the head. I don't know if people all believe in karma or not. That was a word that always was, do nice things, Chris, because nice things will happen to you. And it just seems sometimes like all the that stretch I went through when I had my stroke and I had my stroke, Lyme's disease, grand mal seizure, all within 6 months. And then a little while later, I had a staph infection in my foot. I'm like, what about, maybe I wasn't as good as I thought I was. Maybe I didn't do those good things, because it just seemed one after another. It always attacked, or, you're always told that God will only give you as much as you can handle. Yeah, that part when I struggle with. I think God has a plan for you. I don't think God purposely tortures everybody or puts them through things, or, I see some atheists there that I look at how they talk about how they were beat as a child, or their parents were druggies, alcohol, and they beat the hell out of them. And, so they don't believe in the good Lord because of those things. And I get that. I totally understand people that are like that. So exhaustion, mental exhaustion is a thing, especially if you've had a brain injury. It's there, and you get overwhelmed. And for me, my attitudes can fluctuate that quick because of them. And I don't have a lot of control over it. I'm on the medications I want to be on that keeps it somewhat level. Sometimes it knocks the edges off, which is a good thing. But we'll go from there. So that's all I got for you today. Boaz Fun Days this weekend. Kaz has their celebration this weekend. A lot of good things happening around the area here. And supposed to get some rain maybe Thursday and Friday, which means I probably have to go mow. I got to mow for sure at the house, probably on Saturday maybe. I don't want to mow my grass right now because I'm afraid with the heat that it'll die, or I might die. One of the two. And at least I'm on a riding lawnmower. If I had to push, it'd be done. For sure not happening in my yard. Not mowing 5 acres of the push mower. So take care, everybody. Take care of everybody as well that you can. Make sure you bless someone. Do what you can. Julie Cairns, I mentioned her. She's not a sponsor. I just love what she does for this community. hot dogs today because it's National Hot Dog Day. Didn't know that, but it is. It's National Hot Dog Day. So at Julie Karen's State Farm in Richland Center, if you take food pantry items to Julie Karen's at State Farms, you're going to get a hot dog. And it looked like she was getting them from Richland Locker. Richland Locker is a sponsor of my mom's event. They have some really damn good hot dogs. So head to State Farm if you're looking for celebrating National Hot Dog Day today. Head to State Farm in downtown Richland Center. I think she posted like 10:30 to 2:30. Wonder if Ryan's going to be cooking. So, Julie, again, thank you so much for what you do for the community and the food pantry. That's the kind of blessing I'm talking about. So if you've got some canned goods or you're wanting to take care of some things, head on down and get a benefit from Julie Karen's at State Farm and take food pantry donations, get a free hot dog. What more could you ask for on National Hot Dog Day? So if I didn't live or work out of town, I'd definitely be doing that. But I work out of town, so we're not there. But have a great day, everybody. And I will talk to you tomorrow morning. And take time again, like I said, to bless somebody.